They trying to use street business and trying to take it to a corporate level. And it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. Your street, people in the streets, they feel like they don't get it, bro. Like they feel like, oh, we got 1 million views, we worth $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
One of the biggest obstacles artists face in the music game is access. Getting access to the people that can make it happen, or access to the information and resources you need to get to the next level. That's the key. That's why you need 2 of the biggest in the game on your side. Introducing J.R. McKee, Boomman. Welcome to the real industrial plug. You heard me?
Even going back to your original point about development, Lil Baby was developed.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar was developed. So you can't get a legacy artist without development, and that's the point that you were making in the tweet.
I think the difference is you got certain, and I think that starts with the furnishing company, right? Because the majority is not too many artists that's just jumping from being independent to a major.
Right.
Most of them have a furnishing company,
Right, like a QC or a TD.
But that's what I'm about to say. Hold on, I'm about to say that. That's how you can tell they don't make that much money off our artists, or they would have put a building down here.
That's
one of them labels will be down here. Sony will be setting up a Sony building. Universal will be setting up but it's like by the time I get one of them Atlanta niggas, they already worth $4 million. By the time we can get to them, it's like, oh, okay, we'll distribute your album. We'll distribute your album for you.
Well, you know what the problem is? I'm gonna tell you what the problem is, Cyhi. It's the psyche of the artists and the people that's doing the business for the artists. They're trying to use street business and trying to take it to a corporate level. And it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. Your street, people in the streets, they feel like they don't get it, bro. Like they feel like, oh, we got 1 million views, we worth $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like I had somebody tell me like, I was talking to somebody and they were like, the number for me, it's gonna be $2 million. I'm like, bro, you ain't even got 1 million streams. What you mean 2 million? You doing business off of feelings and stuff instead of off of facts. And they understand you could count. You could count the number. We understand that on Spotify, every 1 million streams is $4,000. On Apple, every 1 million streams is $7,000. On YouTube, every 1 million streams is like $1,300. So I can count. You ain't getting 1 million streams. You ain't making no money. So how you worth $1 million? How you coming in bargaining, talking about you want 2 million?
That go back to the education.
Right. And that's why I'm telling you. It's just the certain little nuggets that the artists need to know. That's why we got this podcast going, so we can hear them.
You know one thing I do like about artists, though? They are the biggest manifestors of all time.
Facts. Come on.
I agree with you. This is what you gotta understand.
I agree with you.
Niggas be like, man, that nigga talking about he got a jet, he got a Rari, he ain't got no Rari, then you see him 6 months later.
Hey, that go back to fake it to you, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Images, everything.
But it's like he foreseeing himself having these things. So if he tell you he worked $1 million, you got to kind of see like, okay, why do he feel like that?
Why do he feel like that?
No, and I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. But every artist feel like they worth $1 million.
No, not
they
everyone.
don't. No, they don't. There's a lot of artists with no confidence.
It's a lot of artists that feel like they'll be successful, but when somebody, anytime you get an artist, they supposed to be creative. They supposed to be out. They thought supposed to be big.
But let me ask you a question, Cyhi. As a businessman, right? And you got the problem is the people who work at these labels, they have jobs. See, the furnishing company, I can invest and take a loss.
Right.
But the man at Def Jam, that's the A&R that went to say, hey, we need to sign this artist for $1 million because he feel like he's worth $1 million, and he done finessed him to making he feel like he worth $1 million. Then he put out 2-3 albums and they don't sell 1,000 copies. He's gonna lose his job.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You get where I'm coming from? And see, that's what I mean when I say you gotta, even though he can feel that way, I can't pay my bills off your feelings.
Oh yeah, but that ain't the whole pie. But I'm saying like artists like that is that's what drives.
Yeah.
Like sometimes people overperform if they feel like they
if they believe it.
No, and I agree.
Like,
The belief
that's
in
what
yourself
the
is everything,
belief
the
is
confidence.
But that's where the development. That's where that development come in, and that's why. And that's why I think that's the importance of furnishing companies, man. Like these dudes in the street, right? They got this street money.
Is development.
Yeah, you got this street money, man. You want to clean that.
Real quick, Boom. Tell them what furnishing companies is, because you gotta understand these new listeners.
Okay, so the furnishing company is the QCs, the companies that furnish the artists to the major labels. So like, you know, you have certain deals in place where if you're independent, like you might have a QC or a TIG or a NPR or Authentic Empire or Love Renaissance. These are furnishing companies that are in Atlanta that have created independent labels. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are partnered with major labels, and some of us are still independent. You get where I'm coming from? I think you're still independent, right?
Yeah,
I'm independent. I know QC is partnered with Universal System with Capital Multi.
Yep, Capital.
You know what I'm saying? I think TIG did it with Warner Brothers. You know what I'm saying? So anything that any artist that they bring through their umbrella is going to get furnished up. It's kind of like we the D League and that's the NBA. That's why I say
it's the minor versus the major. That's what I call it.
Yeah, same thing. And that's why I say.
But to the point is, the furnishing company is usually the one doing the development.
They're usually the ones doing the development. So you got to go to the right furnishing company, or hopefully get seen or get picked up by the right furnishing company that's looking for artists to develop that feels like you have the talent, because we're the ones that's on the ground level that's going to do the believing. You feel where I'm coming from? By the time it gets to the majors, it's like they're not gambling. You feel me? Because it's a difference, Cyhi, in gambling and investing. See, a lot of artists, they want labels to gamble on them. You feel me? But the majors is like, that's the furnishing company job. You better gamble on him, because I'm not doing that. They want to invest their money in something that's going to be proven, that's going to sell some albums. Because once again, these people have real jobs, and their families depend on success of, you know, like they got like A&Rs, like, hey, bro, we got to deliver a hit. If not,
we out of this job.
I'm out of this job. I got to go find another job. In this music business, it's only 3 major big labels.
Right. But look, we got to wrap, man.
Okay.
The story of EGOT.
Yes.
The story EGOT coming out in August. Cyhi, man, we appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all having good conversation of it. Because, like I said, it's more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I'm saying? Both of y'all have, you know, great ideas and great methods of getting it done. So this is a great show to listen to for artists. Like, okay, do I feel like I'm an artist that really cares more about my art than, you know, the business? And not saying that's a bad thing, because you want to focus more on your art. You might want to go JR.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But not that.
But I'm just saying, but if you want to focus on because the music business, you got merch, you got touring, you got streaming. That's more stuff.
If you want to get it back, come to Authentic.
And you'll be surprised how many artists have that choice. That man, do I want to get a bag? Some niggas just like, man, I do music, man, I want to get a bag, all this shit, get out the street, turn to a business, man,
and that's what we doing.
You got that.
So let me explain to you.
You still got to be good.
No, you got to be. But let me explain to you why I set up my platform. Because you know I was an independent artist, right? And I had songs with some of everybody. You remember me coming up? I had Gucci, Future, 2 Chainz, so I never had the opportunities, and I was like, I was one of them artists like, man, I just need somebody to believe in me. But I never had, like you said, there's no majors in Atlanta where you can go showcase your talent.
Exactly.
So once I figured out the money part, because I had to figure that out in order to fulfill my dream, I said, I want to create a platform to where independent artists can come and at least get the opportunity. And if they don't have it, they can get the education and the knowledge on what they need to work on and what they need to do to grow in their music so they could become the next Cyhi the Prince.
I wanted to say that I went to the shit show the other day. I was like, that is a great idea.
Right.
Like, even though it's rough on the artist, but it's still a place where
it's like
you can get some cool people in the room. These ain't no busters in the room. These like these folk who made shit shake in Atlanta, they in the room. If you can get this crowd to say, oh, you was good, you got something going. So I think that's important.
That's like the new Apollo.
Okay, that's something different. I ain't been to that.
Yeah, you gotta go to that. You gotta go to that.
With Big Bang.
Because more, if JR starts showing up there, the level of artistry is going to hype.
Yes, man. If I show up in your building, people show up, baby.
Nigga think it's possible. Nigga be like, I can get somewhere.
No, for sure. But again, thank you, Cyhi, man. I appreciate you for coming, man. My brother helped put me in the game, man. I appreciate it.
My God, thanks for having me. Y'all got a great show.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. So listen, subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Real Industry Plugs. Make sure you're downloading this on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, man. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next week, man. Shout out to Cyhi, man. Real Industry Plugs. Let's get it.
For sure.